What's new this month? We have the SP C-Tech sleep system from Solar, a new bed chair and quite a unique design with some pretty cool features on it, to be fair. I've seen a lot of bed chairs, but I haven't actually seen one that is as action-packed as this one, shall I put it. So I'll run you through it now, and we'll start with the layer on top. So here we have a fully waterproof bed chair cover. It is removable and it is fleece lined. So if I pull this over here, that's the inside of the sleeping bag. On top here, that's your bed chair cover, and there's some little toggles here all the way down, little bits of elastic, little toggle. You just pop that out, you know, work your way down. You'll be able to remove the bed chair cover from the top of the bag, and like I said, this is fleece lined, so waterproof on the outside and fleece lined on the inside. The bag itself is 5 season. You know, it hasn't got the fleece lining inside, which I actually find quite uncomfortable at times. As you move around in your bag, you get stuck to it. But this is nice and smooth, silky, shiny looking finish. Slip and slide around in your bag nice and freely. And like I say, that's a 5 season bag. If I fold it back over, you'll see that running along the front, there's a skirt that's attached, and that's part of the cover itself. But that skirt running across the front there, that's going to stop any drafts coming in inside the bag and making you cold throughout the winter months. And if I just come to the top of the bed chair, pull this back and remove that, just a little elasticated piece there, which ensures the bag sticks to the bed chair. And if you look here, now I don't really know quite how to describe this stuff. It's very hard to look at with your eyes. It's almost like an optical illusion, but it's a heavy duty mesh effectively, and beneath that mesh it's kind of like imagine a piece of Velcro, the harder plastic bit with all the little teeth on it. It's like that inside, but it's probably an inch thick, and because of that, the air will travel inside there. Air is going to sit in there perfectly, and it's going to stop it going mouldy. That is the idea. The underside of a bed chair, if it gets damp and stuff, can go a bit rank, whereas that is not going to happen with this. Very rigid. You'll see my hand there as I'm sort of bouncing it on the bed. There's hardly any give at all, and the reason for that is this bed does not have rope or elastic supporting it. So if I pull this back, you've got a nice chunky bit of padding around the side there, and under here, like I say, there's no elastic, there's no rope, and because of that, there is spring in the bed. You know, it's not uncomfortable, but it is by far the firmest bed chair I've ever sat on, and that is because, as I've said several times now, there's no elastic, there's no rope. So if you've got a bad back, even if you haven't got a bad back, you sit on this thing, you notice straight away. It is like sitting on a chair rather than sitting on a bed chair. You will know what it's like. You sit on a bed chair for an hour, it starts to hurt your lower back. And I don't think that's going to happen with this, because from what I've seen so far, sitting on it, lovely and firm, lovely and comfortable, and a proper back saver. Twin pivot hinge here, and there's one of these at either end that gives you your movement within your bed chair. And the legs on this bed, and this is something that I really like, they're spring loaded, so you only need one hand to adjust the legs on your bed chair. You set your bed chair up in your bivvy, and quite often one leg at the back needs to be adjusted or whatever, and you have to lean in under the bed chair with 2 hands, and it's actually can be quite a task to do that. Sometimes you've got to drag your bed out just to extend the leg to the depth you need it, whereas these, you simply press the mechanism, the leg just shoots out to the bottom. So legs that you can adjust with one hand. Fully breathable mattress like nothing I've ever seen before. Extremely rigid mattress that is going to save your back. A 5 season sleeping bag, and a fully waterproof bed chair cover with a fleece lining. And all this put together weighs 12 kilos. There is a big bad boy version, the wide one, that weighs 13 kilos. This one's 400 quid, and the wide one is 450.